All right, real estate agents, let's get started. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to zap that QR code. That is my link tree, so you can get more information about me, just whatever it is. Just connect, get my email, phone number, all that fun stuff. Because honestly, I'm here to help you guys. So if there's anything I can do to help you grow your business, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you don't know me, I'll tell you my favorite saying is sharing is caring. So, all right, let's get fired up to what we're working on. So I'm going to talk about mastering Instagram. Just to be completely open and honest with you, I am not an Instagram professional, but I know quite a few people that do Instagram and at a very high level, as well as coach other social media influencers. So I've taken a lot of their teachings and their know-how and put it into my own business, which has dramatically helped me get leads and grow my real estate business. So if you've got questions throughout the class, just post them in the chat, and then I can answer them probably afterwards, or depending on what kind of questions they are, I'll answer them as we go. So here's some crazy stats. Now pay attention to these. Social media is being used by almost 5 billion people. Crazy. All right, that's a lot. In 2023, the average person spent 151 minutes a day on social media. Let that soak in. That's a lot of time on social media. So with all that being said, again, as of last year, 235.1 million people aged 18 and plus use social media. That is 88.6% of that population. Craziness. So once again, if you're not using social media, my question to you is, why not? What's holding you back? Because honestly, there is no better place at reaching your clients. I mean, if you wonder why to do social media, just look at this stat right here. You'll see. So this is here's the fun part. It's free. Social media is free. I don't pay for Facebook ads. I don't pay for Instagram ads. You're more than welcome to do so, but everything I do is free and organic, and it's all genuine. So I grow my business the organic way, and again, free, except for time, and I guess time is money. This is a crazy, crazy slide. This is about some screenshots of what people are posting about real estate agents. This is taken from TikTok. As you all know, the big NAR settlement came out, and a lot of people are just starting to bash real estate agents. So my personal opinion, even before NAR, real estate agents have ruined social media. Yes, I've said it. Real estate agents have ruined social media. Too many posting under contracts. Oh, look at me, I'm doing this. Or I did $100 million this month, and whatever it is. It's ruining social media. And it's obvious. This is what people are saying. Like, for example, don't need an agent to buy a home. You need a real estate attorney to drop the contract. Real estate agents are not needed. Someone said paper pusher. Another one said we don't need agents. One guy said paying 3 to 6% of the home value to an agent is utterly moronic. So again, if you're not adding value to the social media world, you are failing. All right. So hopefully with this class, we're going to go through and teach you some ways to enhance that and just to be a better overall real estate agent on social media. So there's two primary ways that people will go onto social media. One is to be informed. So if you're not informing them, start doing that. The other one is they want to be entertained. And so if you're posting things on social media, really think about these two things. Are you entertaining them or are you informing them? If you're not doing either one, very question why you're posting it. Too many agents post the sitting on a beach with a laptop and saying, I work 24 hours a day for you. That has no value. You're not informing anybody and you're not entertaining anybody. You're just, bragging. And honestly, and really, you shouldn't be working 24 hours a day. That's not healthy for you. You need a work-life balance, my friend. Work-life balance. So the main thing is what you need to do is be a resource to your audience. All right? So people go to social media again for what? Be informed and to be entertained. Put those in your brain, burn them into your skin, think about it. So when you're posting, are you informing them or entertaining them? And actually, you can do both at the same time, which is even a double duty. So that's awesome. All right, so now we're going to go into your profile. Now remember, your profile is your brand. So whatever you post in social media is going to go against your brand. So if you're posting highly controversial things, just remember when you do that, that's fine, but it's going to go against your brand. If you're posting rude, nasty, negative, whatever it is you're posting on social media, you're just stating out there that's your brand. So whatever you put out, you attract. If you're putting out trash, you attract trash. If you put out positivity, you attract positivity. So again, your profile is your brand. Speaking of profile, let's talk about enhancing it. So enhancing your profile is really key. This is the first step. This is what you'd be surprised how many people actually look at your profile. So again, when people go to your profile, they should know exactly who you are, what you do, and what you're about. So the first thing is you want to have a profile picture. Now, previous years, for the last few years, you could only your profile picture was attached to your Facebook profile picture. Not anymore. So you can have separate profile pictures on Instagram and Facebook or whatever. So make sure you have a good profile pic. Let's say you work for a real estate company. Do not put the logo as your profile pic. That is not personal. That's really boring. Have a picture of you. This is a picture of me and my wife. So you are your brand. I don't care what brokerage you work for. You are your brand. Wherever you go, you are your brand. So make sure your picture is in your profile picture. I have seen too many pictures, profile pictures that are blank. I will never refer anybody to somebody that has a blank profile pic. So there you go. So we'll talk about the next. The next thing is going to be your bio. Now, there's a lot of people that go and talk about which way to do your bio. The social media guru that I'm really good friends with, he said this is the best way to do it. You put it in like a bullet point format. So what happens is when people look at your profile, they can easily see what you stand for. Now, what you do is you post the items in order of what to expect when they follow you. So, of course, I'm from the Twin Cities in Minnesota. I'm a Star Wars nerd, dog dad, I'm a hubby, go all the way down. So there you go. People know when they look at my profile, kind of a little bit about me. And if you've noticed, real estate is the last thing. Because I want them to be entertained and informed. I don't care that they know what brokerage I work for. And then you may be asking, where do you get these little emojis? There's quite a few places. If you Google it, my favorite one is called Emojipedia. So it's like emoji, Pedia. Whatever emoji you need, boom, there you go. Now, also too, is if you're going through this and you're not seeing everything that you see in mine, you may not be a digital creator. So I'm going to do a video on that as well to show you how to become a digital creator, so that way you can unlock certain features. Specifically, the next feature I show you is specific to the enhanced profile. And again, it's free and it just takes a couple of clicks, but it's something you should do. So next is, if you noticed in my bio, my phone number wasn't there, my email wasn't there. Why? Well, you put it in the contact. So most people are on social media, they're using their phones. So if they go to my profile picture and they say, hey, I'm going to contact David, they hit contact, they can send an email right there, and they can send or a text right there, or call me. So again, make sure you have your phone number and email under the contact, not in your bio. Also too, I'm going to briefly touch these little icons right here, the real estate LOL and Reels. A couple years ago, they were a big thing. People loved putting them on, and there was actually companies you'd pay to build these out for you. Just a heads up, they don't really mean anything anymore. So you're more than welcome to continue doing that, but if you're going to reach out to me and say, hey, David, how do you do these little icons, the bubbles here? I'm just going to tell you it's not worth your time. Just really not worth your time. And then one thing that I'm actually working on, which you should be doing too, is you can have a pin post. So here's a little pinned. So when people go to your profile, this thing will always be the top. No matter how many reels, posts, whatever I put down here, this will stay pinned. What I would recommend this be, create a reel, and the reel topic should be, ready, here it comes, write this down, what to expect when you follow me. That's your real topic. And then what do you talk about? Well, you talk about the things in your bio. So for me, it would be Star Wars nerd, a dog dad, my wife, Minnesota sports fan. So that way they can see this reel, and that's the first thing they see, and I go, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna expect when I want to follow you. So they'll know, do I want to follow you or don't you? So make it compelling. Put some, and it's really easy to do with like a editing software like CapCut, or you can even do things with Adobe or Canva, whatever. Make a nice reel, and then just put in past slides, past reels, whatever, things about you. So there you go. That's my secret tidbit for the day. And then lastly, there's a link. So I use my Linktree. If you don't know what Linktree is, just go ahead and Google it. But if somebody clicks on this link, it actually opens up my personal Linktree account that has multiple links in it. So when you scanned that QR code in the beginning, that opens up my Linktree. All right. So here we go. So that's way of doing it. And you may have seen a lot of reels or posts saying, hey, the link is in my bio. Link is in my bio. Well, there you go. I only have one link just because I want them to go to one place. But that's where you put the link. So does anybody know, these are the 3 rooms of Instagram. Does anybody know what's the most important one, in my opinion? And actually a lot of people's opinion. So I do all of these, but really the one that's the most important is the reel. The reason is the reel, when you create one reel, it posts it to your feed. It also posts it to your Facebook feed. Okay, so there's 3 spots right there. Reel, feed, and 2 feeds. And then you should also share your reel to your Instagram story, which also shares it to your Facebook story. So by creating one piece of content in reel, you can put it in 5 different places. So if you want to maximize your time, which we all want to do reels. And yes, I do put things in feed that are more like a static picture or something quick. I change it up, or I do carousels. They're actually getting some attention as carousels. But if you want to maximize your time, do reels, because reels have a longer shelf life. And the reason is, a Social Insider study found that on average, reels see about 31% more reach. So as you can see on the slide, it's double. So again, if you want to get a bigger reach, a bigger audience, make sure you do your reels. Now, there's just some basic info about reels. I'm just going to break it down. Who knows what level you're at with the reel, but I'm just going to give you some ideas. So reels are about 90 seconds or less. Typically, the shorter the better, because you're going to get more. People don't, a minute and a half now seems like an eternity for many people. So unless you have a really compelling story, really shorten them down. 15 seconds is actually, I've been finding really good ones, about 15 seconds. Make sure your reels are having video and movement, nothing really static, because that doesn't really stop the scroll. That's the whole goal with reels, is stopping people scroll on their Instagram feeds and Facebook feeds. It's easy to edit in reels. You can add music, there's templates, you can add auto captions. So remember, people aren't always watching your reels with the sound on. Maybe they're at an online Zoom class. Maybe they're in a meeting. Maybe they're whatever. So if you have words that you're saying, do the auto captions. That way they can read it, without the sound on. And of course, there's stickers to kind of jazz up your ideas. So here's some content ideas. Like I've said, I'm going to say it quite a few times. Just avoid avoid the noise. There's a lot of real estate noise out there, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Again, the just listed, just sold. Hey, it's under contract. It's coming soon. Look at me, I'm showing houses. Again, that doesn't really add value, and it's becoming white noise. People just kind of glance over it, and it's not really adding any sort of social media value. So what they're looking for is like lifestyle content. So again, if you're going to do a just listed, maybe talk about the lifestyle of the home. Treat it more like you're talking to them, not just walking through the house. Here's a great thing. Highlight a local business. One of the great things when you highlight a local business is you're tapping into their social media, their sphere of influence. So which is great, is because then when you do a video on a local restaurant, hardware store, whatever it is, and then you put it on social media, guess what? They're going to share it. So then all of a sudden you, the real estate agent, that did a nice video on this local company is getting more attention because they're sharing it. And probably the workers there are going to share it because they're proud of the company they work for. So highlight a local business is a really, really powerful thing to do on Reels. I'm guessing where you live, there's probably local events and news. So be the person that gives them the resource, give them the information. So talk about any local, festivals, maybe a new restaurant's opening or whatever. Be that, and then ultimately is be you. I don't know if you've ever met anybody that you've maybe admired on on TV or radio, whatever, and you're like, wow, this person's really awesome. And then when you meet them in person, they're totally different than what you expected. You don't want that with real estate. So don't put out a persona on social media, but you're totally different when they meet you. Just be you. There you go. I've already kind of hinted about it, but there's a lot of creative apps out there that you can make some pretty fun content. So I love CapCut. So it's CAPCUT, CapCut. Love them. And then also use the green screen. Green screens are great if there's maybe a static picture or a good article that you took a picture of and you green screen your body in front of it and then just talk about it. So you're R&Ding, rip off and duplicating other good content, but you're putting your spin on it. You're putting your ideas behind it. So green screens are great. And I do have other follow-up videos on how to do green screens, so look for those. And then lastly is remixes. I love remix. I'll sit at night on Instagram and just save people's remixes that I feel that I could put my terms and my verbiage in there and make it funny or make it entertaining, or maybe I just want to share it because it's a really good informational content. And then whenever you remix these videos, you're also tapping into those people's sphere of influences again. So I just love seeing what other people are doing and then put my spin on it. Sorry. All right. Here's some basic shooting tips. Make sure you have good lighting. Ring lights, as you can see in this slide, are really good to use. They're pretty cheap. And in the description of this video, I'll have some links that you can go to look at lighting and all these things in here. Getting a good stand. So if you have shaky hands like I do, stands are great. Even a little, flexible stand is fantastic. If you're doing more home tours or you're going to be walking around, get a gimbal. So gimbals are the mobile camera stands where you hold them and they just take a lot of the jarring and the movement out of it. It's actually really awesome. Microphones. If you're standing more than 4 or 5 feet away from your phone, please get a microphone. Especially if you're doing an interview where your phone is going to be across the table and you have you and somebody else talking back and forth, get a cordless microphone. They're super cheap. Also, they'll be in the description. I use one that plug into my phone, and I get 2 lapel mics that I use, and it's awesome. So make sure you use that. Previous years, everyone was using really high-res cameras, but now cell phones are super powerful. So I'm sure your cell phone could probably take pretty damn good pictures. So use that. Your background, just be aware of what's behind you. If you don't like it, do a green screen. There you go. This thing is actually really important. So if you've noticed me, I'm talking to you, right? So instead of me saying, hey guys, hope you're having a great day, I'll talk about they and them and us, and I'll, instead talk to the audience. So when you're saying, hey, I want to welcome you to this home, instead of saying, I want to welcome all of you, no, just make it more personal. So you're actually talking to the audience. Look into the camera and talk. Imagine that camera is another person. Trust me, it'll make your audience feel more you and more engaged, feeling that you're talking to them. If you don't know what to say, go to ChatGPT. Fantastic. And it's amazing scripts. Stand up. You're going to get your most energy when you stand up. And lastly, is just to have fun. If you hate doing video, then you probably shouldn't be doing this. But if you want to do video, just have fun. Do things that you want to enjoy. Do things that you're passionate about. Because then you'll start to smile and you'll start having fun. And when you smile and stand up, your tone changes, your delivery changes. Everything is just more positive, and it's going to show in your videos. So just be aware of that. And then lastly, let's talk about posting. Now, when you post your reels, or if you don't know what to say again, go to ChatGPT, or maybe type what you want to say, put in ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, rewrite this in a more engaging tone, or in a fun tone, or in a Yoda tone, whatever you want. Then they can, and then you can say, and with emojis. So they'll do all that stuff in ChatGPT. So if you struggle with writing, really good post scripts, there you go. Hashtags are powerful. They're still out there. Still use them. And try not to create your own hashtag unless you're going to be doing a lot of posting, because it takes a lot of time. But instead, look at what hashtags are getting a lot of attention. So for example, that one video I posted earlier about Star Wars, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I always hashtag Star Wars, hashtag Star Wars fan, because there's a lot of people that follow that hashtag. So look at hashtags that gain a lot of attention and use them. Same thing with keywords. All right. So make sure you put real estate in there. Make sure you put in, the city, whatever it is that you're doing, put in keywords that you think people would search for, because people are searching on social media. And if your post has those keywords, great job. And then kind of going back to hashtags, if you're going to be, let's say you live in, like I live in Bloomington, Minnesota. So I always make sure I have hashtag BloomingtonMN, hashtag Bloomington Real Estate, because I want to be known when people look for Bloomington real estate that I pop up. So there you go. Best time to post? Honestly, with social media and the algorithms, it really isn't the best time to post, in my opinion. So when you post, just make sure you do it. Posting whenever you're ready, because I've had posts that I do it late at night and they get the most attention. People are watching it all over the post, all over the day and all over the night. So the biggest thing is, I would say the best time to post is not the question. It should be, how often should I post? And my goal is, you may have better content, but you'll never outpost me. So again, you never know when people are looking at it. You don't know what the algorithms are doing. So post out, put things out there. But again, make sure it's entertaining and informative. Please don't talk about that you went to the gym. That's neither. All right. And then make sure you share your story. When you share your story, your reel to stories, make sure you put the new reel sticker on there. It just draws attention. And then if you're struggling with people liking and sharing and commenting on your posts, lead by example. Do it first. Before I post on social media, I do at least 10 things. I'll go out and look at like, comment, share, whatever it is, 10 times before I post. That way it kind of wake up the algorithm, and it's telling Facebook and Instagram that, hey, I'm a real person. I'm ready to post. So that way I'm showing them, I'm sharing your content. I hope you share mine. I'm commenting on your posts. Hopefully you comment on mine. So again, lead by example. Don't expect others to do what you're not doing. And then lastly, I'm going to do some do's and don'ts. I'll kind of fly through these. First thing, stop the intros. All right. So I'm not going to say, hey, I'm David Nelson, or hey, everybody, I just thought I'd hop on. It's Tuesday. I'm David Nelson with Reel. People have already skimmed past that. Stop the intros. They can see your name under your profile. I mean, it posted there, so who cares? So stop the intros. Second thing is, do less just listed and just solds. They are white noise in the market. So if you're doing a just sold and just listed, look at who likes and comments on it. If I had to guess, it's probably people in your brokerage, maybe your immediate family, and then maybe the other brokerages that are trying to recruit you. Other than that, you're not getting a lot of attention. When's the last time you saw a viral just listed or just sold post? You don't. Unless it's a really cool, entertaining reel, or if you want to spend more money and do like a YouTube video. But so do less of that. Stop talking about your financial success. Social media already thinks that real estate agents make too much more money, and they already feel that, we're overpaid, et cetera, et cetera. So why do you fuel that fire? Please stop posting your financial success. Stop posting, hey, I got 3 homes under contract. I've got $1 million in escrow, whatever it is. Well, what happens is the general public doesn't know, like, oh, you don't get all of that million, but they see these dollar signs like, oh my God, they're making so much money. They don't need, they don't need us. We don't need real estate agents. They're getting overpaid. So stop talking about the financial success. This one, I always laugh. I mean, we rarely get asked anything a lot. So just cut that out. Cut it out. And then lastly, no dead ever. Think of the last time you saw a video where there was a dead air at the beginning, and all of a sudden they start talking. You probably already skimmed past it. You're just like, this is boring. So what I would say, everything in this on this slide, cut all that out and just jump right into the meat and potatoes. So right when the camera starts, you're like, start talking about whatever it is. Have your call of action, have a hook, have something, and get rid of the rest of the fluff. All right, it's you've got 3 seconds in to catch them, and if you're doing 3 seconds of BS, they're gone. Here's some do's. Tag others. It's super important. If this pertains to certain friends, tag them. When you do a remix, so let's say I'm remixing Grant Cardone or Elon Musk or somebody who has a huge following, tag them, because maybe they'll put that on their social media. So think about that. It's okay to tag people. Have a call to action, like I said. So if you want someone to send you a DM, and I think DMs are actually really good, to say, hey, shoot me a DM to get this information. Shoot me a DM to get a private showing. Whatever it is, have a call to action. Again, don't assume people are going to do what you don't tell them. So tell them. If you want them to email you, tell them in your reel. Engage with followers. Somebody likes, comments, shares, acknowledge them. Say, hey, thank you for the share. Respond to their comment. If you see someone is liking a lot of your posts, send them a personal message and say, hey, I really appreciate the love. Real estate agents love attention. Thank you. So just engage with your followers. That's only going to help the algorithm, but it's also going to only help you make a stronger social impact. We've already talked about this, lead by example. If you want people to like, share, and comment, you better be doing that first. Lead by example. And then lastly, post regularly. If you post once a week, you're not going to, social media doesn't care. You're lost in the feed, not getting a lot of attention. Post regularly, post multiple times a day. Don't just post reels and maybe a carousel, like I said, or just a static feed. Change it up, but you never know what time of the day they're looking at your posts. So again, post regularly. I can't say that enough. Don't worry about the time. Worry about how many posts you can do. So I kind of rattled through this quickly because I'm not a big fan of online classes. But if there's anything that I can do to help you, please feel free to reach out to me. This is what I do. I'm a real estate agent. I've been a team leader for over 10 years. I love helping people. So my goal, my vision for why I do these things is to kind of make our industry better and just kind of knock down the whole traditional broker model and say, hey, just because I'm at Real or EXP or Remax or Keller or Coldwell Banker or whatever it is, why can't we help each other? So that's what I'm here for. So again, if you missed this before, here's my link tree. Feel free to scan it and connect with me. Let me know if there's other things that you want to learn. I will gladly do videos, or maybe just want a one-on-one. I don't care. Let's work together. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate you, and really have a wonderful day.